Hello, people. Welcome, Martin, Ann and stuff. Applejack. How is everybody doing? How is the sound today? Show the diversa, dude. Chill. We have a whole evening ahead. Damn it, you scared me. Sorry, Lynn. Hello, Vertex. Hello, Noah. Applejack, Martin. How is everybody doing today? Seems to be a bit of a delay today. Let's see how everything's going. Hey, Berlai, this is the Lundy. Hello, Kaski. So, yes, this is the Lundy. Yeah, they have a lot of workers. They are swarming. I just put in the leaf like 2 minutes before the stream started, and yeah, it's bananas. Yeah, biggest fan system or something, Lynn. I don't know. I didn't know it was switched on. I don't know if I'm able to switch it off. Can I? To check that out another time, I guess. No, the donor fungus is still bigger. They are still bigger at the moment. But the fungus is changing color. Yeah, the workers are dropping, but the amount of oh, you mean the amount of workers? Yeah, it's probably now more than the donor colony. Let's just forget, guys. You don't need to spam the chat. Just keep it cool and informative. But check how big the fungus is now. You have a gypsum nest that doesn't absorb any water. It stays on top and floods the nest via the entrance. Okay, that's weird. Send me some pictures, Lynn. I'll check it out. Yes, footage. Yes, but yeah, fungus is looking healthy, and they are very, very happy. How old is the nest? March. But I can tell you a secret. Next Friday, okay, we have to check it out. Next Friday's video is going to be on this epic colony. So yeah, look at the amount of brood in there. Haven't seen the queen in a while, but that's good. That's normal. She gets built in. She gets her own chamber. So yeah. Hey, Handkeeper. But yeah. So a bit of a preview for this stream. Next Friday's video is on the Lundy, and after that you will be able to buy setups on the web shop. You don't want to wait, send me a message. But did you have any time to work on a weaver setup? No. The first weaver queen died, and I have a second one, but it's just her and eggs. So at the moment, that project is on a standstill. We'll check afterwards, Lynn. Well, you guys know the drill. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to see a colony, let me know. I was thinking, since we're on the tour of leaf cutters, let's grab some more leaf cutters. But today I had a problem with the warmth in the room here. So we have quite some condensation, which I'm not really happy with, because then you get these kinds of things, and especially on the cubs, you don't want the fungus to get wet. So let's get some of this stuff out. This is our Atta Texana, and by the looks of it, I might need to change the cup right now. God, it's too humid. How many leaf cutter setups do you have? And guys, yes, I know in the bottom there are springtails in this setup. I have 4 colonies at the moment, but only 2 have queens, and 2 are just for donor fungus. The other Lundy colony has left us, and that Lundy colony is now at our friend Martin. So if you want to see how they are doing, you can find Martin on Instagram. Martin, if you want to post the link, you're allowed to do that. Martin is also active on the Discord, so if you want to see him there. I'm doubting if I'm going to change the cup right now or not. What do you guys think? Should I switch out the cup for a dry one, with chance that something goes wrong with changing the cup? Did you get to 25 colonies yet? I am far past 25 colonies. Well, I'm not sure anymore, by the way, because I sold a few, I gave a few away. Yes, do it. You could dry the cup. Yeah, I might do that. So, by the way, guys, something I learned. Watch out. I bought a box of tissues and I forgot that it had that you have different types. And just before I wanted to use it, I saw that it was tissues with balm, as in like oily substance on it. Not good for ants. I am happy to see that the fungus has grown, but I would really like for that one worker to get off. So the queen is doing well, and the fungus is bigger than the beginning of this week. Okay, one is on my finger right now, and it is biting. Nice. So, next question. Does their bite hurt? No. Do you feel it? Yes. Is it bad? No. Looks good. When will you get another queen? I talked to Ilias, and for now, we're not adding another queen. We want to be sure that this colony is stable, but we can add a queen later. Yes, these are leafcutters. This colony is called Atta texana. Wow, happy to see this. By the way, guys, this colony is made possible by you, by the donations on Ko-fi, by the viewing of all the videos. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It would not have been possible without you guys. Yeah, it's healthy. I would love to see a little bit more. And I would love to see a little bit less springtails. I'm going to see if I can grab a few. Is that big one alive? Yes, it is. It's our big mama. Okay, I just wiped down a ton of springtails. Okay, this is the most annoying part. I want to place the cup back, but I really need to watch out for the queen. Yeah, perfect. Hey, Rico, yes, there are some small springtails in there. Yep, there are. Okay, so I am also going to get the water drinker. Do you need to put a water drinker in there? It's a question that I get. No, you don't need to put a water drinker in there, but it helps. I mean, they can grab the water if they want to. Also, don't forget, they get their liquids normally from leaves. So I've been giving them a lot of dry rose petals. That's also why the floor is red. But it already says it. It's dried rose petals. There's no liquids in them. So you need to add you need to give them enough water. And since this nest does not have a drinking point in the bottom of any sorts, it is better just to be safe and add a water drinker. You can see that I have it in all of my setups, all of my leafcutter setups. I now see that we have a stray. Get in here. Come on. Come on, little buddy. So, from next Friday on, these setups will be for sale. Okay, let me grab a leaf real quick. By the way, guys, don't forget to wash your leaves. It helps with the extra humidity, and it also helps keep unwanted insects out of there. If you would release all your ant colonies and keep one, which one would you keep? I have no idea. How many leaf cutters and ant colonies do you have? I have 4 leaf cutter setups, but 2 are queen with queen and 2 are queenless. So we have the Atta Texana that you're looking at right now, and then in the back we have the Lundy. Those are with queens. I'm now going to grab a queenless one. So this is another setup. Let's give you guys a little bit of a view. This is Harpegnathos, but this is a queenless colony. I got this as a donation for fungus. And as you can see, I have the same issue with the humidity right here. Why is the Lundy not having this problem? Well, the Lundy is on a different shelf. Taking care of some escapees. Damn, they are so aggressive. Do you see it? Guarding their trash pile. Guys, this is trash. Let me clean it up for you guys. Nope. Pissed off at me. Come on, little worker. So this is Harpegnathos, but this is a queenless colony. So this is just for donor fungus, and this colony will eventually die. But this is a backup for my Atta Texana. But probably this colony will go away before I go on holiday. When did you start? Yeah, January 2024, I bought my first colony. Yes, in the middle of winter. So for this one, I'm not going to take the cup off. It's only extra stress. So as you can see, they have like a ping pong ball of fungus. So let's grab another leaf. What brought you into it? Well, I was already 3D printing for a longer time. And then I saw a video of Oliver, and he had in a fully 3D printed nest. And I was looking at it and thinking, I could do that. So then I bought a colony and then designed my own test tube setup, better known as the Queen Tube Rooms. And then I just started making nest pieces when I needed them, when they were growing out of it. I made something new. That's how it went. Okay, let's grab the other leaf cutter colony. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Yes, sorry, my table is dirty. So let's grab the other one. So as you guys might remember, the last time the fungus was up to the roof, and they aren't anymore. It is starting to collapse gently. There is more and more junk in the outworld. I don't know if you can see it, but in the bottom corner there, There's a lot of dead ends. So this colony is falling, sadly. So this was our donor fungus colony for the Lundy. And yeah, they have started their downfall. Yeah, Friday is the opening. It will be on the website, but if you want to pre-order, just send me a message and we can figure something out. Can you try and fill the fungus on top? Yes, I can do that in a little bit, but there is some condensation. So 1 second, because I need to grab that drinker, but there's no barrier left on this setup. So it's a bit more challenging. Yeah, well, mostly the dying part is at the bottom normally, but let's check it out in a second. And there we go. Okay, so they had a lot of dried rose petals lately, so that's why the water drinker was empty. We will not be using this connector. I made this, but it's just too expensive. And with the newer type, you can actually see way more, and this fits tubing and piping. So yeah, it's just a better, easier, quicker way to do it. No, they never eat insects. Okay, Lynn, let's see if I can turn it around without disconnecting it. That's annoying thing of this setup. It's not really sturdy. That's why we made the new concept with piping instead of tubing. But I'll show you guys a little bit more later on. Well, everything, it's just getting white, really, really white. But it's also it's not touching any of the glass anymore. It was completely up to the glass, but it's not anymore. Okay, let's. Yeah, everything's turning white. Stay in there, guys. Be nice. So you can still see that there's alates around, but and there are still quite some numbers, but it's just dropping. Yeah. In a lot of places, it's just getting very icky brown. It's you can't really see it on screen, but by the way, there is a ton of alates in this corner. You can see all the wings. Let's get some better lighting, if possible. Yeah, they don't have a queen. This is this was a donor colony. And all the ants with wings are males. Yeah, there's still a few larvae around. But yeah, the fungus is just all weird. And as I said, it's starting to shrink. But you can see how much junk they are bringing into the outworld now, and also dead workers, and yeah, it's an end of an era, because this was for a long time our biggest colony, and now they have kind of switched. So I'm going to put you back to these guys, and then I'll show you what a new setup will contain in parts. So 1 second. Okay, so for everybody that would be interested in a setup like this, I'm preparing some stuff. Okay, so you start with the founding pot, which is also the fungus pot. As you've seen before, you just water it through there, and now this exit is blocked off. You can choose if you want to use a closed lid. There was a discussion yesterday if you want to use a closed lid or you want a lid with ventilation in it. You don't need a lot of ventilation, so just see how your hygrometer is responding, and to that you can choose which lid you use. I mostly used for the fungus pot, I used the fully closed one. Then when the colony, well, my what I normally do is when they reach about a beer cup, then you can start looking at expansion. So in the same pack, you get 2 outworlds. So outworld number 1 and outworld number 2. This is 25 millimeters. You can use tubing, but with the kit, you will receive, let me show you, you will receive 3 pieces of pipe and a T-piece. And you can just twist them in there. They are a tight fit. As you know, I like tight fits. And then this is actually the part that you will bolt to the outworlds if you want to use the piping, because the piping is really crucial that it has a good fit and it won't go in there. Normal tubing will go in here, but piping won't go in here. So this is a perfect fit. This means that your standard setup will look like this, with, of course, connectors on all sides. So like this. Now, of course, they don't want to slide on. As I said, it is a tight fit. So this will be your setup. Can you change it around? Can you put the fungus pot on this side? Yes, but most ants like it in this direction. Later on, you will be able to add more pieces here for more fungus pods. They won't be available in the shop right away, but soon after. So this will be a complete set. So 1 fungus pod, 2 outworlds, and a connector set to make it a 3-way. 1 for clean, which side you want the leaves, and one for your garbage. Okay, I now see that the chat on my phone is not working anymore. So I have to look on my laptop. A beer cup, like a glass pint. Yeah, but it's like you have plastic cups. So you have these plastic cups. If you have this one, I normally cut this edge off so that it fits better in there. And when this one is full, I connect the outwards, leave it a few days, and then I take this cup off and make it a fungus room as normal. Yeah, beer pong cup. Yeah. Hello, Koa. Welcome back. Yes, this is a build kit. So it will come in pieces and you will have to put it together. Yes, they will be available on next Friday. It will be officially open. If you want something before, let me know, Finch. You can reach me on Discord. Okay, any other questions? Oh yeah, I see a question about size. Well, the outworld, the outside is 12 by 12 by 13. And the fungus pot is 14 because we have the hydration port. So it's 14 by 12 by 17 out of the top of my head. So no, this is a small setup. Later on in the year, there will be a big setup. For spiders, yeah, but normally, yeah, you could use them for spiders. Sure, why not? Do you make setup for weaver ants? The weaver setups are on hold at the moment because I want to finish the leafcutter setups first. So I'm gonna get these out of the way. And they are happily cutting already. So if you have any questions on the leafcutter setups, just send me a DM or an email. And yes, you can pre-order. I'm still kind of debating the price, but it's going to be the whole set is going to be between 100 and 125 euros. I'm making the last adjustment to the price. Crushed lava or gypsum water based? Gypsum and a secret. So yeah. Okay, I need to grab something to drink. Okay, something else I need to fix before it gets too hot in this room. We had a birthday party this afternoon, so we were out, and we came back with the car. My daughter jumped out of the car. Dad, do you still have a small bottle in your pocket? And I'm like, yeah. Why? Well, because I caught a queen. So guys, help me identify what is flying in the east of the Netherlands at the moment. And how does she look? I kind of already know the answer, so I'm asking you for questions. So I'm going to prepare a small tube for her, and I'll give you a front row seat of my daughter's beautiful new queen. And yes, it's for my youngest one. The oldest one is on her quota already. Lasius, probably Niger. The LC setup with max 3 boxes, or can I connect? Later on, you can add more, Koa. I have made a little bit of mistake and not changed to crushed lava for about 3 months. I just checked in my oldest setup, Fuzz. After 8 months, the lava was still pristine. No fungus, nothing. And that was on top of the messy barbarous. So no worries about that. She's cleaning herself. Yes, pink version 2 inbound, probably. Yes, Fuzz, that's why we're using crushed lava, because it is crushed lava is naturally dead. There is no living substance in it. If you have it's the same thing when you have to heat your sand in the oven to make sure that there's nothing in there. Lava is fully dead. That's why fungus also has problems growing on it. But you can just unscrew the outside bolts and check it. But for me, after 8 months, it was fine. So yeah, I did the I did the check on Ant Scout, and it said that it's Niger. So let's see if I prepared a tube real quick, if she wants to move into the tube. Come on, little darling. Go to the water. Come on. Do I really have to put you aside so you can walk over gently into the tube? By the way, guys, thank you all for joining again, of course. I know that I wasn't here last week because of I had to go to a rock concert, so which was epic. I stood in the rain all day. Yeah, I'm gonna put her to the side and see if she moves. Let's see if we can get you guys an actually epic leaf cutter moment that they are actually cutting leaves. I'm putting the tube aside. Thanks, Martin. Time for the swarm. The swarm. What do you want to see? The swarm, as in the diversa, I guess. Let me grab a small setup first, so we can look at them. Hey, and Central. So, guys, get your sunglasses ready, and let's look at my other daughter's nightmares. So, let's see. Sunglasses time. And they are doing really good. It's really nice to see. Of course, the queen is now like, hide, hide. So, Lasius niger in a white tongue. This is a normal size white tongue. It's not a teardrop. It was my daughter's choice. And she's still very happy with them. So I get the question, do I do custom setups? As my friend Ebola knows, we do. There's a set of rules. If you want to know, send me a DM and I'll explain what they are. But yes, we do custom, as in colors or other moderations. She is from late September. Late September. Let's grab them something to eat. But how is it for you guys? Is there a lot of flights in your neighborhood? Ants HQ. How is England doing? So, another custom color. Ninaturu will know this one. With the pink unicorn, there was a huge nipple fight on Wednesday. Oh, cool. Well, here it was today, and well, in other parts of the country, it's been the whole week. But I'm at the eastern side, and I was less lucky because I have been waiting. I really want to get a bigger or a multi queen Lasius flavus colony, and I have them in my backyard, but they're not flying yet. So, yeah, Lynn. I actually had to print some other stuff, not ant stuff, but for somebody else in this blue. So, yeah, the flavus is not flying. So guys, here we go. Are you guys ready for the swarm? So, they actually made me aware of a problem in the setup. something that I found out is that the white is actually a combination of my distilled water that I have here in the house and overwatering the nest. And that is why we have some white spots. Is this bad? No. Does it look nice? No. Yeah, but if you look really close, well, you don't have to go really close. We have super majors. And even the old nest is still packed. And the last time I saw her, the queen was in the old nest. Super majors. Yeah, I know, Lynn. But I want to connect one probably here. And I still want to take this one off. But yeah, it's going to be a challenge. Look how many majors there are in that piece. So, yes, polymorphism at its best. But now see another problem that I have. I have an empty liquid feeder that fell over that is completely covered in ants. How am I supposed to get that thing out of there? That's just bananas. So I am going to put quite a few red runners in there and see if they will leave the water feeder a little bit alone. As you can see, I opened up the nest, activity, boom. Just look how many they are running on the plexiglass, on the acrylic. And they are storming the barrier. Till now, the barrier, they haven't breached it, but it's not going to take them very long. Okay, where are the right tweezers? There. Let's put a few red runners in there. The red runners will be twisting, but they are already helped. So, 3 red runners in there. And now, the liquid feeder is already less ants on there. So I'm with the big tweezers, I'm going to try and put it back straight up. See if more will drop off, and then maybe I can brush the rest off. But even those tiny workers are actually able to nibble on your skin. So yeah. I am not gonna name all my ants, no. But look at the reaction on the acrylic. It's just bananas. The nest is getting a little bit annoyed. Okay, I'm going in, guys. I am going to try to put the feeder back up on its foot. Okay, there's only a couple of hundred of workers on my tweezers right now. Oh, I'm talking about tweezers. I just ordered new soft tweezers, and they will be arriving in a few weeks, hopefully before I go on holiday. So we are going to have these soft tweezers, so the bigger ones, and then the smaller ones. And then we, of course, still have a couple of these, but these ones will not come back. It will just be the longer ones and the thinner ones. So they will be added to the shop real soon. Do they need a bigger outworld? Probably. Probably yes. The thing is, I wanted to buy a bigger laser cutter. I was working on a second-hand one, and well, it didn't work out. So no updates on that yet. Yeah, I might do what I was thinking is to put another large nest here and then put another big outworld next to it. But I have to see what actually fits inside my cabinet, because that's going to be another challenge. And then I might be able to do the same that I did with the Nova Mesa Cockerelli, is to switch up the foods. So feed them on one side, feed them on the other side, and then hope that the other side you will be able to clean them. You can still work with that outworld for a while if you get them a bit of tubing. Yeah, that also might be a thing, but the thing is that for tubing, especially for the mages, you're going to need a bigger size of tubing. So maybe if I'll take off the nest and then I'll put a bigger tubing here, we can do something. Also an idea. Yeah. Can you do an update on this colony? Yes, I can, but it's been the last update wasn't that long ago. Give them a chicken leg or meat. I will do. I'll probably give them a pinky soon, but not at the moment. They're actually dragging one of the red runners inside at the moment. Okay, we have done a lot of talking and not a lot of feeding, so I'm gonna grab some colonies. We need to get started. So let's start it off with Tetramorium bicarinatum. And they are doing good. The thing that they are not doing too well is that they have breached the barrier again, as they always do. You need to apply a barrier a lot with these girls, but that's fine. But that makes cleaning the outworld a little bit harder. So yes, let's see what we can scoop out. It's like a whole blanket, this. And you wonder what it is. Well, they always pull the cotton out of the double drinker. So why don't you put any of the blue stuff in there? They do the same thing with the blue stuff, and then I rather have cotton than the blue stuff. The blue sponge. So, and probably I'm not going to get anything out of this outworld at the moment, so I'm just going to give them some blue sugar water inside the Tetranator head. Let's see how the response is. What? Okay. What is happening to the lighting? Maybe this is better. Yeah, this is better. They are always drinking in large numbers. Zip. Giving them some red runner. As you can see, I placed a new water tube, but I cannot replace the old one because they are still using it. Let's just call it typical Tetra. So we were talking about the flavus just now, because I would love to have a multi queen. Where are you? Yeah. So this is actually a 2 queen colony, but I would love to have an even bigger one. And this is, I don't know what's exactly happening, but this gypsum is always, the color is looking really weird. It is one of the earlier gypsum nests that I made. So maybe I had the mixture a little bit wrong. But it always looks funny. And no, the dark spot is not fungus. It's not clean, but it's not fungus. I'm doing some cleaning in the outworld because they have a couple of trays in there. I forgot to look at the second channel, 2 centimeter work off me in diameter. Okay, yeah, it might be an idea for the tubing. I have bigger tubing, so I might just look at it. How much does the setup cost? What setup? This one? It's all on the website, Koa. Just go to thecraftingant.com. And the price of the LC setup, yeah, it's going to be... I need to decide tomorrow because I'm setting up the information on the website already, so I have to decide. I have to make the last calculations. Why do you keep 2 tetra colonies? Isn't one messy enough? Yeah, but I wanted to give one to our friend Fabio, better known as Tuga Ants. But you all know how active Tuga Ant has been. So that still never happened. And we still need to work out the details how we are going to make this happen. Also with the question if he still wants them. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and the smaller Tetra was a split off that actually did a lot of testing in that new setup. I had 2 split offs. The other one went to Ninaturu. Surprise him. Well, he is not the problem, but his wife is. So I'm not gonna send him stuff that will end up in a dumpster or something. That would be a little bit sad. Always the wife, yeah. Well, for me, it's I have ants in my garage, and now my girlfriend doesn't go into the garage anymore, so that works perfectly. And she allowed me to start a company in it, so... Oh, yeah. Some of you guys might have already seen it. If you take random colors on the website, you might end up with silver smiley trays. Hey, Sadie! Wives are never the problem. Yeah. 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 My boyfriend is the problem. Yeah, but that's something special, Lynn. Well, I make less than my girlfriend, but hey, who's counting? Okay, on to the next. I still don't understand how this is possible. Just look at it. Okay. Time for the Renaissance. And I can finally give you some good news on the Renaissance. Because, well, the numbers are not immense. But the brood pile is. Look at that brood, guys. They had a pause. I don't know why. They had a pause, and they are like, hey, we're awake now. Boom. Brood. Okay, I need to empty this bin. So yeah, very happy with these little buggers because they're back. Hello, Beanie Dude. What's up? 23 people watching, guys. Thank you all for joining. It's always a pleasure. This is really something that I look forward to every week doing the live streams. I know it's still not the easiest way for you guys to communicate with me, but it's just so much more fun to feed together with you guys instead of doing it alone. So, thank you all for that. So annoying that the text is not appearing on my phone right now. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, people. Don't forget, at 2,500, we're gonna do a giveaway. If it happens when I'm on holiday, I'm sorry. We'll figure something out. But yeah, again, people, We're over 2,300 at the moment. Thank you guys so much. I mean, I'm still flabbergasted that you guys watch the videos, that you guys buy stuff in my shop. I'm just so grateful. So a lot of people you know, of course. It's a company. I try to earn money with it, but I also like to help you guys out with setups, with stuff. Spread smiles, spread smileys. So yeah, thanks again, guys and girls, of course. What? There is a shop? Yeah, it's craftingant.com, Ebola. You check it out. You should really check it out. And yes, we have fire truck red if needed. So let's see how they react to a nice blue tree with some food on it. And then I'm going to drink something because it is hot. It's 26 degrees in the whole room now. Have you ever had a scenario where a lot of escaped? Yes, this week. This week I had an oopsie. I did not. Yeah, it was a big mistake. Martin, I didn't even tell you. I left the lid off the setup of our Tetranatus, Tetramorium bicarinatum, and a lot of them came out. So I had an end vacuum, and they had time to roam for half an hour, and I found them everywhere. I found them all over the Viv, in the other Viv, trying to get into setups, but the setups, yeah, they're closed both ways, in and out. So yeah, that was a thing. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Bolai. It's for fire ants. How much red do you have? I just ordered an extra kilo because, well, Ebola needed some extra stuff. So Ebola, I did not have enough for the last order, so I gave them a treat. Yes, they have blue sugar water and they have a red runner. But normally, Martin, I do. But oh, by the way, the filament will arrive tomorrow, so it shouldn't be a problem. I already got a notification that it's shipped. Normally I always check, but yeah, I don't know. I missed it. And I went to pick up my kids from school and came back and I was like, oh no. Yeah, the cleaning is hard. So now if I want to clean something, I'm just able to pick some stuff out when the ants are not on it. Bigger setups, bigger problems. Yeah. But it is important to do so you don't attract any unwanted creatures in there. Okay, on to the next. So the Renaissance are having a nice brood pile. which is epic news, I think. So, next one are Messy Barbarous in a stacker. And they have a nice pile of brood. So they're happy with their chia seeds. And yeah, all good. Not much to see there. Workers are climbing, so epic. Yeah, the stacker is, well, it needs a few upgrades. Thank you, Lynn, for helping me out with that, with testing some stuff. Also, Martin, thank you guys. Every now and then I get prototypes and I move them around a little bit for people to try. There are some problems, well, not problems, some challenges with the stacker that we need to address before it will become a shop item. As you guys know, I don't want to sell junk. So, yeah, test everything again, and then bring it on the market. Oh, when the stacker launches, please make a set with a small outworld and a stacker. Yes, I had an idea for that, Lynn. I want to make a special connector for that, so you can actually put the stacker maybe sideways or something. Yeah, but there, I will make some kind of small set and like a starter pack. So I want to make more smaller sets on the website. Of course I am bringing my laptop on my holiday, and then I'm gonna work some things out. Yeah, if you take a medium outworld, it will maybe fit better, because then let me grab one real quick. So base plate of a medium is about the same size as a small tube and the stacker. So we have to think of something. But again, this is work for the future. So I need to make some kind of sideways connector that it connects better to a standard outworld, because I want to keep the outworlds the same. Okay, so they have seeds, they have water. Happy Barbarous. Yeah, you can the entrance on whichever side you want. Just yeah, you only can do it once, because when the thing is actually set up, it's hard to change. But yeah, you can make it. At the beginning, you can put every connector, glass piece, or tube connector where you want. That's the basic idea of the stacker. So, gross outworld, need to fix that. Oh yeah, she's moved. So guess the species, guys. These have actually grown a lot. Yeah, Formica fusca. But they exploded in 2 weeks. I didn't even notice that when I fed them last Saturday and last. Well, normally during the week I don't always open up the nest. So I checked this one last on Saturday. They were not like this, which is good. Oh, let me put you back in the nest because that's way more interesting than me cleaning an outworld. The hyperactive kid ants. Kids of the ant world, yeah. Forming needs to grow explosively fast due to the winter stop. Okay. Well, it took them a while to get started again, then. Ah, yes. Let's give them an fire truck, fire engine red drinker. No, I mean, smiley tray. To be honest, I'm not really impressed with the Fusca, at least. So, took some junk out of the outworld. This is fire engine red. Okay, I'm also going to change out the water tube because that looks a little bit funky, and I don't like funky tubes. Ah, that was the green one. Yeah, with the grain mites. I double checked. There's no mites on the ants themselves, so you had me worried there for a little bit. Which is good, guys. If you see anything on the setup that if you see mites or anything, help me. Tell me. I need to know. Because if I don't know, I can't help the ants. So, I mean, it's not a bad tube, but it just looks a little bit funky. So I gave them a new one. So, fire engine red. Was there one on top of the setup right now? Crap. Okay, well, let's move them back into the safe space. On the acrylic of the outbuild right now. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's gone. Yeah. Noise. So, should we go for another big colony then? Yeah. Let's check out the harps. But crafting, did you already change the setup of the harps? No. So they still have hiding spot under the rock, but they still have food. And yes, they are going for another round. So the colony is growing, but every round there are a lot of elates. And I also see some grain mites running around here. Before you say anything, you need to do, yes, I see them. And yes, I also added some springtails. So if you see, yeah, you see springtails running around. Yes, I added springtails. If you see, there is like the cocoa humus. That is actually where the springtails were in. needed some help with cleaning out the nest. And they have been a little bit more messy than normal, to be honest. Normally they put everything in the outworld, but now they have collected a lot of stuff in the feeding corridor, which I just cleaned out of screen. I didn't see anything on the ice yet. I watched it with a magnifying glass, but I couldn't see any on the harps themselves. So. So, they have a few new red runners in the outworld. And I still think that they are just one of the most gorgeous ants that I keep. I don't know what it is. I just like harps. It's one of those colonies, if something would happen to my harps, I would buy them again the next day. So, is it one of my favorites? Probably. Oh, and I just quickly put her in there. Where are we there? She is in a tube. So she is getting a nice place in the viv. And this was the other queen that my other daughter caught. Which is also very nice. This one has been here for a few weeks now. Well, and if we're looking at my daughter's colonies, then okay, last one, acorn ants, and they are still living in the actual acorn. Martin, how are your acorn ants doing? You know, guys, that I had another acorn ant colony in a tube that my other daughter found. She didn't want to keep them, so I had the possibility to give them to Martin as a gift. But as I said to him, I was unsure if there was a queen in there. Not that good. So you probably have a satellite nest then. As you can see, there's actually some mites in there as well. Is it on the outside or the inside? But this is a natural setup, so there's not much you can do about it. Okay. Back to the swarm. We still have quite a few to go, so let's start with some Camponotuses. First up, Lateralis. I am actually thinking of selling this colony. Are you in the Netherlands? Are you interested? Let me know. Tons of brood. I gave them blue drinks again, and no, it's not fungus. It is sugar water. If somebody is interested in the lateralis, let me know. You know the whole story from the channel. It's an epic colony that lived inside the twig for a long time. I am not following the chat. Rip. Okay, preparing wardrobes. Okay. Well, with my undiagnosed ADHD, yes, I have a wardrobe. I don't know if people know what that means, a wardrobe. They turned into a woman. A wardrobe is actually when you have clothes that you might use again, and you don't put them back in the cabinet, you put them on the floor or something, and they call that a wardrobe. And it's one of the ADHD traits, which is just funny. Let's see if we can get some ants on the rock here. I always love to do that. There we go. Oh, Koski, that's nice. Well, for me, it's a little bit self-diagnosed, but my daughter is diagnosed, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It's nice, right, Divola? Yeah, that's the same with my parents. We'll just give them a little bit less sugar. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so ants with ADHD. No. Why are you pulling at that larvae? Okay, a ton of mites on this one. What the? By the color of it, it's green mites, but damn. So, Camponotus singularis. Still with elates, as we noticed the last time. That's a weird texture in the. What the? Ah, they are nibbling. Okay. Yeah, more mites on top. Yeah, it's warm everywhere, and yeah, I need to clean more, but I just don't have the time. I was a bit shocked. My father-in-law normally takes care of my ants while I'm on holiday, and without any notice, they went on holiday themselves. So now my mom is going to do it. It's going to be something else. I asked my dad, and my mom responded like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." So I was very happy with that. I am still reducing the amount of ants that I have, so it's easier. So yeah. Who rule the world? Moms. I think I might actually put some soil in the outworld with some springtails. I think I'm going to add some more springtails to all my setups, to be honest. Thanks, Ebola. I'll keep you updated on the order. So, next colony. We have one side of the viv to go, and then of course our tetras. Are you guys ready for the rice fields of the acorn ants that actually need water? I just don't understand how they can pump out so many eggs. Always. There's always eggs there. Hello, Robin. Welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we got an escapee. 2 escapees. I just love the acorn ants. Always so easy and chill. Yeah, we call them the eternal rice fields. Because there's always rice there. So this is our wooden teardrop nest. Normally they live in an acorn, but I found this fitting, and they are actually called the dangleberries, and they are doing really well. This is one of the older colonies, to be honest. I had them for a long time. I did not find these myself. I bought them. So, yeah. Really gentle, really slow, but beautiful. Always active in the outworld. Always scavenging. I mean, and this setup is big enough, so it's a small setup. But there's always ants running around, looking for food. Not doing anything crazy with the sand that's in there. They're just the cutest. And you can just go into a forest, look for acorns with holes in them, and just go. Hey, Jake! You made it! Dude! Here, Jake, this is for you. Next up, Manica rubida. But as soon as I take the lid off, they're going to be crazy, and I want to clean their outworld a little bit. Let's see if I can do that before I open up the lid. So sorry for the redness. It's already too late. It's already too late. Okay, there we go. Manica rubida. Oh, Jake, I'll show you in a second. We have tons of super mages. It's been a while since I did an update on these girls. Oh, get back in there. Frozen peas in the leaf cutter setup to cool them down. Yeah, I actually air conditioned the whole room. The VIFs are not on anymore. It's just keeping the whole room at 25 degrees or 26. Okay, I need to prepare a tube because they're almost out of water. And we have some bad experiences with that. By the way, boys and girls, did you see the video from Antimatters? It is looking like, knock on wood, that he actually lifted his Camponotus curse. That Singularis is looking good, my dude. Now it's Manica rubida. Manica rubida. Let's give him some sugar. Doot, 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 doot. Sugar. They are a little bit thirsty. Wouldn't say the curse is gone. Camponotus is a bit weird. Well, I always have to watch out when Sadie's in the room talking about Camponotus, but Okay, it's gonna rain some body parts. Poor William. Henry the Hoover had to come out. Oh. Well, I have Camponotus, Sadie, but I'm gonna show them at another point because they are working something out for me. Let's just put it like that. So, on to the next. Okay. So, next up, the bastards. Well, I am happy to announce that they have actually put their brood back inside of the nest. So I'm happy with that. But they are still full on trying to escape and stuff. So whoa. Yeah, they're already going for it again. God. The devil ants. Yeah, they are tiny devils. I'm just going to give them a lot of sugar water and hopefully they will go for that. They have actually destroyed the gypsum or the white tongue even more. You can see a hole there, right there. That wasn't there in the beginning. But yeah, they still are a little bit cute. Cute little bastards. Let's put it like that. Yeah, on this side, they already managed to get there, Jake. As you can see, they're already wiggling there. And what do? Red lid on. Try and get that one off, you buggers. Oh, but Jake, here. You want some super mages? Yeah, they actually pulled all the red runners in there. But you can see the super mages. Give the Scots the stacker. Oh, yeah, sure. Holy sh... Okay. Are you Dutch, Carso? Yes, I'm Dutch. So as you can see, still huge larvae. And yeah, they are just everywhere. And then still the old nest is also still connected, which is also filled to the brim. So yeah, steady going. Okay, time for another buggers. Messy Barbarous. I really need to clean out this outworld. I had the pebbles in there, and they are just putting everything everywhere. But they have exploded quite a bit, as you can see. And well, this is quite the brood pile. But it's funny to see that they are actually using the feeding corridor as their seed storage. So I got I'm going to make a red lid for the seeds for the feeding corridors that you can put over or around the screws, at least for the newer types. The older types didn't always have the knobs at the same position. So for the newer types, I am going to create a red lid. So you can actually put a red lid on the feeding corridor when you, well, as same as now that they are using it for their nest. So that's the idea. And the idea was from, I'm not sure. By the way, that still counts. If you have an idea and it's good enough for me to make, put it in the idea section. If I like it and I make it, you get a free copy. A really good example of that is still the jaw drinker. This idea came from Ninaturu, and she has several now. I have the same thing, Sadie. I need to make a video for Friday on the leaf cutters, on the Lundies. But damn, it's it's hot. Jaw drinker, best example forever. It is, and I am still so very happy that we made them because it works. So, on that note, let's grab the cigar factory. You can see it in action. Perfect timing because they are actually using it. So, what is the jaw drinker? Well, it's very simple. You can actually see that this one has a water droplet in its mouth. It's walking away now. But they are able to get their jaws into the drinker and collect water without drowning and without being able to get into it. But the opening is large enough for them to actually take water out and bring it into the nest. Can I zoom in far enough? Because you can actually still see it has a droplet in its mouth. Ah. Come on. There it is. It's moving into the nest now. So this is Neopanera filosa, also known as hairy panther ants, and as we call them, the merchants of death. This was a gift from the ant merchant. And another nickname for them is the cigar factory. Because yes, we still have cigars. Why do we have less cigars? Well, to be honest, I've been feeding them a little bit less. They were growing really fast, and I just halted it a little bit. Will I be feeding them more again? Yes. As you can see, there is still brood right there. So that's not the problem. By the way, guys, just if you're not sure about the humidity in the nest, and especially with species from the desert, what I do is I now water 3 sides. I did not water this side. And I try to turn that around a little bit. So now there is a different gradient of humidity inside the nest. And they can still pick which chamber they want to use. Okay, so everybody well, most of the viewers will know this. This is a species that does not accept pre-killed food. I have tried. I saw, by the way, that Campanico fed them beef, and they took it. I tried it. They're not taking it. So I will be giving them Red Runner now, and they will hunt it. If you don't like the sight of it, this is the time to leave. At least, if I can grab a Red Runner, it's always the question, of course. Damn. Man, come on. They are really giving me a hard time. I can't the camera. Okay, let's go. Okay. Are they already? They're not stinging yet. There you go. Stinger going in. Again. This is a quick one. Dubias are docile manageable, yes, but they are sometimes too big for your colonies. That's a thing about red runners. It's a little bit smaller, a little bit more manageable. So I actually have both, but I only use Dubias for my bigger colonies. So for the Dausa, for the Tetramorium. Yeah, they're making sure that this one is not going anywhere. It's been stung quite a few times. Okay. Yeah, we still have a few colonies to go. So they will be dragging it back into the nest and storing it there for later times. Let's grab the next one. So time for one of the prettiest ants that we have. Camponotus vagus. Our full black Camponotus queen. I see that they're running out of water. Let's fix that. Quite a healthy brood pile right there. What are you guys typing? The Beast, yes. Her nickname is Beasley, and Beasley is an old gaming buddy of mine, and it was the first subscriber to the channel. So that's why this queen is called Beasley. And I still think she is very pretty. Hello, Muhammad Ali. Normally I'd be against it, but just lights, camera ends. I think I missed something. There we go. Live feeding is fairly normal. Yeah, but I normally only do it with the Filosa because they don't accept other food. They just leave it there. But like the Diversa, they are able to take the prey down, but I just don't want to lose workers. I mean, at this stage, it shouldn't be a problem anymore, but it's just a risk that I don't want to take. Time for another big setup. So this is actually, yeah, the channel queen. So this is where is she actually? They are pretty polymorphic. Rita and the Irritatus with, again, a nice pile of brood. Doing really well. But the thing is I haven't asked you guys any opinions on them lately because there's not much to ask. Their setup is big enough. Yeah, maybe we need to do some food stuff again, but yeah, they're doing their thing. So should we do a Rita special, or what do you guys think? Because maybe she's not getting enough attention. I don't know. By the way, Sadie, are you still there? The bit that you did at NCon, I was laughing so hard with the script that you made, and also let other people do some talking. It was epic. That was so funny, together with PJ as your bodyguard. Did you spot the queen already, by the way? Well, there's no need in giving on another module, because this one is full, but this one is not, this one is not, this one is not. You don't want to give them too big of a nest. And I'm still quite happy with the Outworld. You can always add more. You can always add more. That's what this setup is designed for. It is completely modular. I am just going to give them a ton of sugar water. Hey, we have an escapee. What do you think that you were doing? Are you going for a run? Not today, buddy. Put the lid back on. Okay, need to do some preparations. You guys still have a small story to tell. I'm going to put you back to the diverser. I can put this setup back. Okay, that's done. Okay, yes, because I want to show you guys the Tetramorium bicarinatum. Oh yeah, I can grab my other phone. Let's do that, because else I am not able to see the chat. Well, that's nice. Skip. Yay, the winning colony. Ha. Martin, no, don't be too sure yet. So, as you can see, Martin, my colony is having a big drop-off. Yes, they have enough water. Yes, that one is empty. I put another one in there. I cleaned out the Outworld on Wednesday. They are not doing very well. Those are all dead workers. We do still have brood, but they also have dead workers in the nest. So, yeah, not great. And the other nests are also less full. And the stacker, well, they are just making a humongous mess. So it's kind of the same for me. They are not doing very well, Martin. As soon as I said challenge, they started dying by the hundreds. I am actually thinking of maybe taking off one of the large nests, because, well, you might remember that this one was filled to the brim and that one was filled to the brim, and that one was half full, and now they are all half full. So yeah, that's a sad sight to see. I am still power feeding them. As you can see, there's still a dubia in there. I am taking out the trash way faster than I did before. I don't see any mites or anything. I tried to add some springtails, but they were killed right away by the tetras. The fluon barrier, or the talcon powder barrier, is completely gone. So yes, they're on the lid everywhere. So that's another challenge for another time. So yeah, it's not looking that great for the challenge. Well, guys and girls, so next Friday, it's going to be... Oh, by the way, the leaf is completely gone. The one we added at the beginning, it's now 2 hours and 7 minutes. I put it in there like 2 minutes before. So in 2 hours and 10 minutes, this is left of a 10 centimeter leaf. They are just flying. You can still see the pieces of green everywhere. Yeah, the challenge is still on now, Martin. So next Friday, video on the gardeners, and next Friday, leaf cutter setups in the shop. Whoa, a lot of singularis outside. Okay, I am going to grab my chair. I'm going to flip the camera around. Whew, I look messy today. It's warm. It's very warm. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have any questions left. As you might have seen on the website, this summer the web shop will be closed for, well, not closed. There will be no shipping for 4 weeks. You can see the dates on the website. I will do customer support from my holiday, but I'm not able to send everything. So yeah. When I'll get leaf cutters, I will get them too, but I need something for my honeypots. I am trying something, but I need to finish. Well, I finished the leaf cutters now. I just need to put them on the website. Then I want to finish the weaver setups, and then it's honeypots time. How much will the leaf cutter setups be? Well, it's going to be the setup that you just saw. So small fungus chamber, 2 small outworlds, including the piping. And it's going to be between 100 and 125 euros. I need to finish the calculating. So somewhere around there. 4-week holiday, lucky. Well, I'm away 3 weeks, but I need to have an extra week for if people still order before that I can still ship that out. If you make any prototype, I'll buy one for my honeypots. Just gotta know. I will keep that in mind, Fuzz. Of course, you know that I'll buy any honeypots myself, but to be honest, I had an idea, and then I saw that somebody else already made it. And you know me, I want to make something that really works really well, or something unique, and the best if it's both. So yeah, the honeypots is on hold for a second. So finish the leaf cutters on the website, then finish the weaver setup, and then it's honeypots time. So yeah, you want to add to the hobby. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I only want to add good stuff, or only stuff that I know that's good enough to sell. Because that's the reason why the stacker isn't on the site yet. Oh, copying adds nothing to the hobby. No, I mean there's some things you're just not able to go around. Say materials like gypsum, white tongue, cork, stuff like that. But in design or other methods to do things, you are able to do something special. Yeah. So yeah, I have something for the Weaver setup that I have not seen anybody else do, but I didn't have the time to finish it yet. So yeah. Yeah, I tried something first. I tried to put one of the white tongue nests on its side, and I tried to make the chambers a little bit deeper, but it just wasn't working. So yeah, and also a discussion that I had with Sid from Mukushi a long time ago. If you put a nest on the side, you will be getting some trouble with where the acrylic touches the nest, that you get fungus over there because water will be there. And so I'm not completely sure yet how I want to do that to make something that the water doesn't come between the nest and the acrylic to keep the fungus out. I know that's also something Sid was struggling about with a little bit, but yeah, I haven't really talked to him a lot lately, especially since he's not been doing the live streams on Friday anymore. He says that he will be back somewhere, but I hope he does. It was a nice activity for the Friday evening. So yeah, I hope he returns. Hint, hint. Yeah. Okay. I think we're kind of done for today. So thank you all for joining. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Check out the web shop. So soon, the leaf cutter setups will be added. I will be getting new soft tweezers that will be added. Yeah, and then just check out the shop before the 28th of July, because then after that, I will hold shipping. So if you order before, I'll do my best to send it out before my holiday, and else it will be at the end of August. So thank you all for joining, and I'll see you next time at the crafting end. Bye-bye.